So today we are mainly be focusing on how to draw this type of watches very easily. And for that we begin with light drawing. So start everything how to draw very light and then coming up with detailing of it. So while starting, start with ellipses, the basic shapes. So as you see, watches has a basic shape of ellipse and then circle. So depend upon which view you are drawing. So currently we are mainly be focusing on side view and little bit imagination of top view. So let's start with ellipse. So start freely, how freely you could move your hand and draw ellipse in a proportion, and then follow same proportion on the top to bottom so that you could draw the basic shape of the watch with understanding the case, the form of the case, and then the form of the dial, and then the form of the crown, which having a right position based on your reference, based on your imagination. So let's try to start ellipses in very light mode, very freely, how you could go. Then making the very light shape of how the case will look like, and then go with the crown slowly, and then you could easily see the design, or easily we understand the form. When you are drawing, start with a light, how lightly you could draw, so that when you have done any kind of mistake at any places, you could always have a chance to edit it and correct it through dark uh, line. So start with light, and then you could now see the how lightly overall form is going to be visible. So when you draw, the light is important to understand the form, any kind of form. It's apply in any kind of sketches. You are drawing products, you are drawing cars, anything which you are drawing now. Start with light drawing, how lightly you could draw, and then start detailing it out. So it's very important how you are trying to imagining your thought, and then coming up with detailed idea of it. So then after the light drawing is done, we will move to the detailing part of it. So while detailing, we first details the upper layer, and upper layer means cases upper layer, and then trying to detail out small parts, like screws, like cases, like crowns, and other pushers which are available in your watch. And based on that, you could easily, and the reference watch which we are mainly be today focusing on is a Hublot watches, which I really like the how they look, how aesthetically they are pleasing, how the form they have used in such a way that it give a very amazing look in terms of art and design. There's a lot many points when you see the watches, how the strap has follow the same feature which the watch have inside, how the dial follow the form and function of the watch. So there are multiple things, but currently we are mainly be focusing on how we could draw very easily such type of watches. Then as you could understand, the form is almost be visible, that how it's mainly be looking like. and then we are moving to some another perspective, how we could imagine in different perspective the watches. Then again, the basic form is very important. How you understand anything, basic form, okay, how it's going to be look like. Is it going to be fit in a cube, or is it going to be fit in a cuboid? Is it in a go with a oval shape, or it is going with a sphere? And there are multiple points. So that is very important, how you imagining your design in the basic shape, and then start drawing it freely in light approach. How much lightly you could go, that much lightly you have to be apply your sketch on the paper. And then, like, we are mainly be focusing on currently top view, how we could see from the top and little bit angle, a kind of isometric or a perspective angle. So based on that, we are trying to replicate the thought on the paper. So let's start with light drawing. And while doing the light drawing, start with circle, and then circle, then we will going to, after making a top layer of the circle, and then we are applying the lines on the, I could say, on the cases, and then trying to give a basic details how it's going to be look like. And then in same flow as we work on previous one, we will go with the same flow and doing the light drawing with getting appropriate detail of dial, and then cases, and then straps, and then crowns and other pushers. Try to replicate that very easily, and then we will going to be detailing it out. And as you could see, the detailing is very important. When you completed your light drawing, start with detailing it out. And now you could easily see the feel or the look of the watch is almost getting clear in terms of visualization of how it's going to be look like. And then we are moving to the detailing part, and after completing the detailing, we could imagine some another perspective and try to give a composition. As you are drawing watches on a paper, you have to know how to try and represent your design in a composition manner, so that you could understand the feature of the form very easily. And it's important, composition is very much important when you are drawing, and that composition is need to be applied on every aspects, like how you are drawing any gadgets, how you are drawing any cars, how you compose composition way, how you are trying to represent your design with having a unique feature. Try to uh, pop out, or try to increase the volume, and try to increase the picture size where you want to showcase their feature, how the cuts is goes on, how the bevel is has been done, how the chamfer is go with the flow with the form. And there are lot many points, but there need to be a balance between a sketch which is going to be convey a message, but on a specific area, how creatively you could present your design is very important. So as I am trying to not only designing it or not only sketching it, I also try to may think about the composition, how well I could introduce the watch, so that I could have a basic detail or a strong detail of the watch. So now you could understand very easily like how to draw these watches. And it is important to having such kind of rough ideations where you could feel your drawing. And let's wind up the session at here, and we will meet on the next videos, and stay tuned for it. Thank you for watching.